Some of my favorite songs you probably haven't even heard. You know, I have a pretty big catalog of leftover songs that are just kind of floating around. A lot of which I'll use to pitch to other artists, maybe possibly to record. My personal favorite on this album, the re-release of the album came out today. Departure Recharge just came out today, and there's 4 new songs on the record. And I think one of my favorites is this new record I just finished called Body Language. I think I'm also a little bit more excited because it's new. It's a new song. And then there's a record called My Baby, which is on the original Departure record. That sort of became, it was one of the first songs written in the process of making this album, which took me almost 2 years. And it was the first time that the song kind of was the template for the rest of the album. The first time I heard the song and said, this is what I want the rest of the record to sound like. And so I sort of have that song is kind of special.
Very good, very good. Where's Ricky? Ricky, is that you?
Yeah.
What is your favorite cereal that you were eating in over?
Let's see. I like honey bunches of oats.
Oh, that's my new favorite cereal. That's my new favorite
soggy
cereal.
really easily though. You can't put a lot of milk. Raisin Bran Crunch. Yeah.
All right, very good. We heard that this is from Violetta Kim. Is that right? Violet Kim.
Violet
Okay.
Kim.
We heard that you co-wrote "Bleeding Love." What was your inspiration behind that?
Well, that song just sort of, when I heard the track, I wrote it with Ryan Tedder, who's the lead singer of One Republic, and he and I were in the studio writing for my album, and it almost didn't get written. We were almost going to cancel the session that day for whatever reason. It was kind of overcast. It was really not such a great day in LA, which is, you don't see many of those. And we ended up going in there anyway, and he pulled up this track that was very empty. It was really just like a drum pattern and maybe 3 chords. And there was room for a lot of melodies, and it sounded like a big pop ballad. And I don't know, the idea behind the song is that you're so in love with somebody that it hurts. That whole notion that you're so in love that that's an awesome ringtone. Are you?
No.
That's my phone over there.
I gotta
Oh, we
that.
talked to you.
That song's been said and been performed so many times already. We wanted to come up with a new way of saying it. So we did this word association thing where we, just take a pencil and write as many words as we could that had to do with being in pain. And then just kind of, after a while, blood and cut and open and wounds and scars and then all this thing eventually became Bleeding Love, which is kind of a fresh way of saying, that you're in love with somebody. And that's kind of how it came about. And it felt really good when I finished recording it in the studio. We kind of knew this really is something special.
Very nice, Jesse. Thank you. Also, you probably never heard this question before. Have you ever attended a high school prom? And if not, would you like to go? Who wrote that? Right over there. What's your name? Rochelle. Okay. Oh, Angel. Okay.
I like that name. Where's that from?
French.
Is it French?
My cell phone's ringing.
I have been to a prom. I didn't go to my prom. My girlfriend at the time, we were both seniors in high school. She lived in California. I lived in New York. And I just moved to California. And we ended up going to her prom instead of mine, because it was going to be a lot cooler. I grew up in a really small town, and I don't know, I just was nervous about her coming to my prom. And we went to hers instead. It was cool. It was fun.
What year did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school in 2005.
And from where? LA or New York or what?
This little town called Ardsley High School. You really not missing much. You stop to get gas there, and maybe Starbucks was wow, we got a Starbucks. My graduating class was 150.